evening. Scottish girl is here again. My grandfather, Scotty, from Scotland. He's really angry again. You see, my grandfather, Scotty, wanted to go on a picnic up on the Highlands. And he was really excited about it. So what he did, right, is he packed himself a little picnic basket full of a lot of cheese sandwiches and full of a lot of apple juice. But my grandfather, Scotty, he wanted to make sure that the weather up in the Highlands was really good. So what he did, right, is he tuned into the BBC Weather Channel, and he decided to watch Mr. Climatologist, who is also called Mr. London Gin. My grandfather's a really patient grandfather. He watched Mr. London Gin talk about the weather from southern England to northern England, and he watched this for a whole 20 minutes. Then finally, Mr. London Gin, the climatologist. A climatologist is also a weatherman, in case you're not sure what it is. Anyway, my grandfather started watching Mr. London Gin give the weather forecast about Scotland, especially up in the Highlands. Mr. London Gin said, it is going to be a glorious sunny day up here in the Highlands. And if anybody wants to have a picnic, they should sure as hell go about and have one. My grandfather Scotty was really happy to hear that. So my grandfather took some cheese sandwiches and took some jam sandwiches and put it into his picnic basket. And then he went up there into the Highlands. Unfortunately, just when my grandfather was beginning to have a really good time eating his cheese sandwiches and his jam sandwiches and drinking his juices, a great big thunderstorm started to break out. And it started to rain so badly. My grandfather was so angry, he got really wet. And then he came back in a hurry all the way home. Even his best striped trousers were ruined. But that didn't stop my grandfather from packing his suitcase and buying a two-way ticket to England. My grandfather was so angry that the weatherman predicted the wrong weather, that he wanted to take some kind of revenge on this climatologist. So, my grandfather happily boarded the English plane and went all the way to England. And then as soon as he got off the airport, he went into a little duty-free shop. Duty-free. And there, my grandfather bought a cricket bat. Feeling really confident, my grandfather took this cricket bat all the way into the BBC studios, and he went up to this climatologist who was busy drinking a lot of London gin in his little office. Quite a remarkable coincidence that the climatologist is also called Mr. London Gin, My grandfather did not knock on the door. In fact, he gave it one kick, and the door just fell down. The climatologist, Mr. London Gin, was really shocked. He wasn't sure if he was hallucinating because he had so much London Gin that he began to see double. Mr. London Gin thought he saw an army of Scotsmen coming to attack him. But my grandfather was really clear about this. how clear my grandfather was. My grandfather was also drinking a little bit too much of Scottish whiskey, so I don't think he was that clear. But one thing he knew for certain was that he had a little cricket bat. It was a really long letter that my grandfather sent me. I don't remember all the details, yeah? But my grandfather took the cricket bat, and just when Mr. London Gin was saying, what are you going to do to me? My grandfather Scotty took the cricket bat and whacked it on the climatologist, Mr. London Gin. Mr. London Gin was really surprised. But my grandfather was so angry, he kept shouting, "Why you got to keep having these slanted weather maps? Why you got to be having these slanted weather maps? Why you got to be having these slanted weather maps? Why you got to be having these slanted weather maps?" Mr. London Gin was like, "I beg your pardon, but I've got a degree in climatology. How dare you insult my weatherman knowledge?" But my grandfather Scotty, he didn't want to hear any of this man's nonsense. So he kept walloping this weatherman on his head over and over again, until the climatologist just fell unconscious. My grandfather wasn't sure what else to do, now that he had seemed to knock the climatologist unconscious. He wasn't really sure what he should do, whether he should leave the country immediately. But it's a good thing that he did, because what happened is that all the coppers started to knock on the BBC door, wondering what's all the havoc in there. My grandfather had escaped through a window. And then he went back on the plane and ran back into Scotland, feeling as if he had accomplished something really good. But the thing is, see, even though there is no weatherman, even though there is no climatologist, it's not going to affect my grandfather Scotty, because the climatologist never ever really told any good weather reports, you see. So he was absolutely useless. Anyway, my grandfather is hiding up in the Highlands a little bit. You see, only the other day, a detective from the Scotland Yard was knocking on his house, inquiring about the disappearance, or perhaps it was the death of Mr. London Gin. We are not quite sure if London Gin disappeared or if he was actually dead, because nobody ever found a body. But anyway, my grandfather Scotty is nowhere to be found. He's got to live up in the hills a little bit while with his sheep. And after a month or so, when everybody else forgets about the climatologist, my grandfather's going to come back and live in the little cottage that he's so used to living. Anyway, that's what my grandfather told me in his last letter. So I just wanted to tell everybody what my grandfather Scotty has been up to. And I guess the bottom line, in case you're wondering what this lesson is about, is that if you ever come across a climatologist who can't give a proper weather forecast, it doesn't make a difference whether he's dead or alive, especially if he's dead, since he never was ever able to give any good weather reports, eh? Aye. But I miss my grandfather Scotty a lot, actually. I'm really glad that he writes me every week. I can't wait to find out what his next story is. It's like he leads a very exciting life, compared to my really boring one. Anyway, so my grandfather Scotty is probably having a really nice picnic up there in the Highlands, eating lots of cheese sandwiches. As for me, I think I have a craving for a jam sandwich. I'm going to go and make one now, eh? Hey! Do